And we're live on a Saturn day. Let me just take a breath because I had that text I didn't want to text. It was a lot simpler than I thought it was going to be. Man, that'd be so scary. What happened? Well, I quit my job. But what was way funny, let me tell you what happened before that. Hey, who am I? The High Priestess Phoenix. I'm Lilith reincarnated and I just did something brave. Fuck it up, fuck it up. Yeah, whatever. Before I came up here, do you want the intro? Let's just get to the good stuff. Shut up. That's me. There's all these things they call me. Mystic, medium, psychic, witch, yogi, guru, evangelist, North American civil. I am your spiritual healer, teacher, shaman, seer. All that great shit. Yeah? Yeah. Okay, we got the intro out. Let's get to the good stuff. So I was sitting in my car, I'm like, fuck. I'm watching this time. I'm supposed to be at work at 9:30. I'm watching this clock go down. I have been up since fucking 5:30 trying to fucking fight this shit. Don't fight. Thanks. Sugar free. Why are you bullshitting, bro? Why was I bullshitting is what they're telling me. You see how music talks? Talk it. Walk it like they talk it. Anyways, it's gonna be one of those days. I'm watching the clock burn down, and then the chick next to me, I've talked to her a couple different times. And she's like, you burn a sage? I was like, yeah. She's like, oh, sage me up. I was like, yep, and this and that and shit. And I was like, yeah, there's this one chick, though, she don't like that shit. She'd be acting all, she's like, it's her demons and shit. It's like, yep. And she's like, we've been wondering what you're doing in your car. I was like, I'm a whole ass witch. And then when she got out and she came closer, and I saw her her stone that she was wearing, and she's wearing an obsidian. She's like, oh, I'm a witch too. I was like, she's like, I'm about to go get my sage and see who this bitch is. Watch her walk away. I was like, yeah, well, you know, I do it a lot. I gotta clean some shit off. I just quit my job, man. She's like, oh shit, I do that shit all the time, girl. I was like, and I just started laughing. I was like, thank you, because I haven't done this in a long time, and I'm being brave and shit. She said, I do that shit all the time, girl. It made me feel so much better because I really hadn't done it yet. Just like I quit my job all the time. Super funny. Then I was thinking about Craig. How you gonna get fired on your day off? I mean, you was still in boxes. Because people is always moving in and out. You was still in boxes. That's great. I love it. Anyways, I waited, right? I waited about till like, I don't know, 9:39, and I was like, let me know when you're situated so I can call you and tell you why I'm not there. She's like, did you call David? I was like, no, it's his day off. She's like, you should call him and tell him too. I was like, well, either way, I was like, I quit either way. I just wanted to thank you for everything you did. And I didn't get a text back. It was so much easier than I thought it was going to be. I feel like I wasted my morning on that. Moving on. What are you? I'm jobless, I guess. I'm unemployed. Oh, God. Let me just breathe. That bitch is always unemployed. Me or her. I mean, I don't know. I guess all of us. Shit. In the essence, I'm out there praying to God before I'm about to fucking quit my job. God told me to. Really? Yeah, you'll have to catch my other videos. And then something weird happened. As if that wasn't weird enough. My life is so weird. Ugh, the smell in the fucking... the smell in the elevator was weird. I thought I was gonna die. What person took a dump in the elevator? Alright. I'm having a rough one. Right before that, or right after that, or right between, somewhere in between there, I heard this cool mix that popped up on my YouTube, and it was NF, and Logic, and Marshall, well, Eminem, and Joyner. And I was like, oh, this could be good. And then I got into it, and then I like tapped into, well, lovely. That's what's happened before. I tapped into like his energy. He's part of my twin flame journey, but he's the angel in the outfield, as I say. And it's really funny because I was making jokes about the video earlier. They're like, they call you an earth angel. Any divine being that takes the human form is considered an earth angel. We're all angelic before we get stuck in the flesh. This dude is a real earth angel. And he is one of my twin flames. A twin flame is a... First off, the purpose of the twin flame is the mirror effect. But it is a piece of me that lies within another person. Okay, first off, there's obviously, he's going through the dark night of the soul. He's got some darkness that I'm going to tap into. But what I'm really excited about, I mean, fuck the darkness. Oh, we're hurting. We're going to find some new hurts that I haven't found before on another level. But what it is I'm excited is because I don't know our Akashic background. I don't know where we lie in history. Why I have, you know what I mean, ties to an angel, to an angelic being. But what I do know, the synchronistic, was I told the whole story about Gabriel last night, which is, again, the gods, love and lighters, the angels. And I'm not kidding. He's in angelic form. He's an angel. That's all I know. I don't know anything more than that. I know he is literally one of God's angels. Which one? I don't know where I was in history that I have a soul tie to an angel. That's what's interesting. In the essence, a soul tie. He's not just one of the angels that I work with that's part of my family. There's a soul tie between us. When was I, where in what lifetime did I have a soul tie to an angel? In essence, an angel fell in love with the demon, I think, is what we're looking at. Where is that in history? Because the only time I was of the light was Kuan Yin. But who's the reflection of that? Oh, God. I'm not telling all my secrets. But that's what I'm saying. He's just an angel. I don't know this story. I know, you know what I mean? And the more that we walk through it, the more, I'll break it open. I'm coming for you. Which makes sense, because I was talking about his goofy-ass, weird-ass wife in the last week, too. I was already kind of hovering around him, I guess. I mean, being pulled to him. Whatever. I don't know. I said it yesterday. It's a soul connection, dude. It's a soul tie. Which is cool, because as I posted it, I was going to say something. I was like, that's so mean. I'm not going to not say it, just maybe not post it. I was like, notice how Russ is never part of this conversation. Oh, burn. So that's interesting. I can't force a fart, meaning I can't reach for it. I have to let it evolve, meaning whatever we were will play out here. And that's how it is. That's how you access your Akashic records. You replay out a role with this person in life, in this life. And as you change the plays, you then access the Akashic record, or the memory of what you were before and how you couldn't do this before. Really? Really? Really, really, really? And so I'm tapping into this, whatever this is. Like, I know where Ali comes from, you know what I mean? I know where all of them come from, where our ties, well, not all of them, our ties come from. I got Osiris over there and itty bitty pieces over there. We got Shiva, who was also fucking Odin, who was also, I'm tired of it, tired of this. You know what I mean? I got my Lucifer, I got my Hades. I got to figure out who he is, because he was not of the flesh. He's an angel. When in history did I have ties to an angel? I'm like, are you part of the seraphim? It's interesting, right? He won't, I awaken to the truth before they ever do. I don't think he knows nothing. Why? Because I'm the know-it-all. They don't know nothing. Alright, so that's interesting. I'm interested in that. And I'm like, ooh, where am I supposed to go from here? This is interesting, isn't it? You know an angel from the past life and you don't know who it is? Nope. So I have this whole big box of goodies, which we call Pandora's box, which has all of the answers. But I don't really have any questions. Really? I don't ask questions. Don't force a fart. You're gonna fucking get a hemorrhoid. Or maybe a migraine if we're trying to think too hard about some shit. I don't know. I quit my job. I feel liberated. I feel like I knew this moon was gonna ask me to do something adventurous. And, I did. Mission accomplished. So where am I supposed to go from here? Well, it's a Saturday. It's very hot. It's my, I usually go out and adventure. I was thinking we should go to the lake and have like a dip in the water and some ceremonies of just being brave enough to do some dumb shit. doing fucked up shit. I know down inside of her body every time she's got to say no to some shit. Or maybe she just has a pattern of, quitting jobs. That's okay too. You know what I mean? People go to college and keep taking semesters of all kinds of shit. We could do this in real life. I'm having real life experiences. In the essence, it's like you just go around getting training at all these places. I mean, pretty much. I was ready to take my test and I was going to ace it, bro. I had already done things that other people hadn't done before. I had aced it. I'm pretty sure she's pretty angry. I was like her best employee and I just quit. She knows why, though. That's what I said, that's the cool thing, is I'm so open. It's not a mystery. She couldn't take it, dude. She really couldn't take it. She really hated everyone. She said it herself. She was a witch and she didn't like people. And she was kind of mean. That's all I was going to say, too. I'm not fit for this position. I'm bossy and demanding, and I can't be forgiving and turn my head and, get along with people. You're not looking for that, and I'm sorry. I was going to take full responsibility for what I am. Because I am whatever you say I am. If I wasn't, then why'd I say it first, dude? I told you I was this. No, I can't do this. I can't do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I cannot do this. I was very open about the fact that I can't be what you want me to be. Be all that you can be. No, I can't be that. That's not conformity. I tried. I gave it my best. Oh, my ear's ringing. Who's that? Who's that ring? That's an interesting frequency. You know what it is, right? People are frequencies. It's a tone going through your brain. And if it goes through both sides, then it's in one ear and out the other, but it goes in and it changes your body. It's like a dog whistle. It catches your attention and it changes your frequency. You hear a frequency and it changes yours. Do you guys have that yet? It's called the clairaudience. I can attach them to certain things, but in essence, it doesn't really matter. It's just a change in frequency. That's what music does. Hear a vibe and it changes your vibe. That one was weird. It came through the right ear. If I knew frequencies, if I had like a thing that was like, I could learn them, I could tell you what frequency I heard, because I hear them. I just don't know what the number is of it. You're attached to a number. Isn't everybody? I am number one. Why? Because I was created first. No matter if you like it. Let's get on to something. I don't know what we're doing. I don't know what I'm doing. I'm looking. Uh-oh. Jessica said you didn't. Uh-oh, here comes the boss. You didn't make it today. Is everything okay? Oh, man. You guys ready to hear me do this? Here we go. I did some soul searching. Hold on. Let me type it. I'll send you a copy. I'll take a copy and paste it. Soul searching, and realized that I don't have what it takes to fill the company's needs.
Continue working in that environment.
Nah. My rigidity I want to spell it. There it goes. Hold on. I gotta take this off. I can't fucking type like this, people. Sorry. Makes for an unpleasant work environment when it comes to working with what I see as incompetent co-workers. I was happy to work at, and we go by location, but not willing to go to for due to poor work ethics being maintained there. So I am departing. Check. Check. You like that? You were a part of it. Welcome to the destruction of my life. My rigidity makes for an unpleasant work environment when it comes to working with what I see as incompetent workers. I was happy to work at that location, but not willing to go to the next location due to poor work ethics being maintained there. So I am departing. Is that my letter of resignation? Yeah, it was about as best as I could do. That's like 2025 and staying alive. Ooh, we're BGing it. We're staying alive. Welcome. Wasn't that a show, right? Well, where are we supposed to go from here? I thought it was going to be easier than that, but it is just that easy. You just be scared to, have that conversation. You never know what you're going to say. Well, I'm great at saying the right words because I'm a songwriter and I'm just a writer in general. Let me write this down. Take a picture. I don't give a fuck. I'll take a picture. I'm sorry to hear that. Would you be interested in finishing your training and working at a different... I told you, motherfuckers. Oh, fuck. Should I keep the job? Damn, God. Oh, no. This is the hard part. All right, let me just tell him. I never considered that as a possibility. Give me a moment. Alright, I said, I never considered it as a possibility. May I have a bit to reconsider because I did like the job. And that's it. He wasn't, I told you, they were really good. They knew I was kick-ass. They knew I was kick-ass, bro. Why? Because I kick ass. I don't know. We'll leave that to God. I think he told me to move on. Or maybe he just wants me to fight for my rights. I don't know. I'm just being led. Fuck. Do I want this job? God, do you want me to have this job? I don't really care. I'll do whatever it takes. Like, whatever God says. And that's what I mean. I've said this before. If God wakes me up in the middle of the fucking night and he tells us we gotta pack up and go into the fucking dark unknown and a fucking quarter tank of gas, we're going, bro. There's a miracle out there that's calling us. And I can't even take the time to explain this to you because God said now. He didn't tell me why. He said now. You get the why later, bro. Like, how do you live like that? I mean, is there another way to live? What am I supposed to do right now? When it was God that told me to you know what I mean? To make me realize that I didn't want to work there. And then they were like, well, what if we just don't put you there? I didn't think it was a possibility. I was really considering just, being free. Doing something else. I don't know. You're like, damn, you should know. That's what Bobby said. You should know how you'll feel if I should know, I suppose, if I was in control. And you know what? Before I got on here, I saw that the Silo had shared a video about, the illusion of being in control. I didn't want to have control of the situation. And that's the whole reason I want to give it up, is because I am too controlling and too bossy and too demanding. And that's why I make it unpleasant. Just the way that I am. I want it my way, or I don't want to do it at all. And that's that fucking King of Wands right there. It's gotta be my way. But it's not really my way if you're noticing. I don't care. Please reconsider. We have a lot of other locations we could have you work, and I would like you to stay on board. I will need you to complete your training, as there is a limited amount of time that we can get a sign-off. Would you be able to go in this afternoon and at least complete the computer training so we don't fall behind? They'll clock me in, so yes. Yes. You never know what God's doing, bro. I never know what God's doing, bro. And he's right. They have 15 other fucking locations. And I just happen to get stuck in the shit one. Fuck. I mean, she knew I was panicking. And I was panicking. I talked to them very directly. It's like, I can't work like this. Like, I'm kind of like really rigid. And I'm like kind of this. But there are locations, dude, literally where, like, you're just fucking, you know what I mean? You're literally just running and it's already a smooth running machine. They just need someone to run it. And that's where it's like they were about to run me into, you know, the fucking construction team. And I'm like, into a bulldozer. I felt bulldozed, bro. It's not that I couldn't do it. It's that I was getting ahead of myself by doing it, because I just needed to, you know, if I'm going to do this, I want to do it all by myself. And then I was like, at the same time, I'm like, well, this is too big. And then I didn't really feel like it was too big. I just felt like it was bullshit that I got put into. At the same time, I was up for the challenge, but then I didn't want to be in that. Just the thought of her, dude, that chick, and the office alone, you guys. I spent 4 hours just cleaning the office. I couldn't even get to the bathroom, where they say people are smoking in there. What else are they doing in there? I held that piss in all day. And that's what I was wondering. How can I go all day and never use the bathroom? And you guys have literally used it 3 times an hour since we got here. And I'm the one drinking coffee and tea and water all the time. And threw on some Pepsi because I don't want to get a headache. I mean, and so they're trying to work with me. And I know. It's like, why did you make me like this, God? Why can't Lilith just be simple? It's all chaos. At this moment, it's like you just need to voice your opinion, is what I heard. And that everything can be okay. And realistically, like, going to work with this, they've got, you know, where they have me training. They have me as a home location, but part of that home location, there's like 5 other, you know, locations, and they were trying to send me in the scrubby-dubby. I don't know. Well, I have today to figure it out, and the computer training is nothing. I'm pretty sure I did it, to be honest. I don't think if he knows I did or didn't. I mean, I guess he can see if I did. It's just some final training. And then the final one is just a walkthrough where I have to know all the points. It's like, it's an evaluation. And I talked to this other chick. I called her yesterday. We called her to see what hers looked like, because she did hers the day I got hired. And she said she bombed this these 6 points that were very important, but she still went on. And, you know, she said literally bombed it. She's like, dude, just go verbatim on it. It's open, dude. You can take all your notes and shit. And I have it all, you know, I'm really good about notes. I'm really good about shorthand notes because that's how I remember. It's not that I remember. I have to go back and look at the notes. I have a memory of writing it down. If I just write it down, I have that memory. I can see that I put my hand to the paper and what I put. I don't know. My memories are weird. It wasn't as easy as I thought. I thought it was easy. Nothing in life is easy. I don't know. In this moment, it's like that person. It's like the Notebook. What do you want? I don't want anything. I just want God to, you know, to be pleased. I just want God to be pleased that I do whatever God says and He's pleased. Because I know if I do that, then everything else is great in my life. I'm going to cry right now because, you know, the last time I had this was before Christmas. And I'm fighting this thing, you know, God's trying to make me face Bobby. And I'm crying to Jesus, what do I do, Jesus? I know what's right and what's wrong. But That's not what my heart says. What do I do? And I'm crying because Jesus won't tell me what to do. My mom can't tell me. I'm sitting here, what do I do, God? This is your moment. I can't ask Pac. I can't ask anyone to make my decision about my life. Do you want this job? It should be something simple. But then I looked at all the reasons of why I wanted the job, and it started to look a little bit more complex. Let me get some tissue. Excuse me, can I grab some tissue? You're fine? She's like, no? Okay, well, I am. Damn it, Beavis. I don't know. And that's what it is. What do you want? I don't want anything. That's what pisses people off. So if I had that power, I would manifest. Manifesting is just putting your mind to something and having what you want. And I don't want anything. What do I want? I tell you all the time. I just want to sit outside and stare into the nothing. You mean like forever? If I could. I just go out there and then I'll bring it back to you. I just want to do my job. Whatever God says. It's so submissive. It's just obedience. It's like, I don't care. It's very indifferent. And that's that thing. It's like 1 minute, that's Fortuna fucking with us, bro. She's fucking rolling our wheels, bro. She's turning the wheels in our fucking life. 1 minute you're on top, next you're on the bottom, now you're on top again. Oh, God. Fucking with me. You're, as fucking Hades over there says, you're emotionally mushy. Bro, it's a roller coaster. I can't just feel one way about things that are moving all different directions. That's stupid. Maybe, I don't know. I don't want. What do you want? I just want my kids to be happy. If there was anything I want, I don't care. My life really doesn't. I try to make it peaceful. That's what is important. Peaceful is important, why I go through this. But it's just, how do I look at life as community service, bro. I'm just here for a while to do my work. I'm not here to, there's good times and stuff, but I'm not here for all that, bro. I just want to get it done and go. Whatever it is. I don't care. I'll have some, just do the job. I'm not like you guys that want, I want to have a car and I want to have this and I want to do this before I die and I want this bedroom and I want. I don't want. And that's why, I guess, that's what brings peace, ultimately. But that's why I don't have a lot of shit, too, because I don't want shit. I don't have a need or desire for shit. I was accepting, what did I accept of this? I accepted that this was just, I learned so much about myself, and I got a really big fat paycheck coming to me that is enough that I could live off of for the rest of the month, and God would show me what was the next thing to do with my life. I didn't see it, at first I got caught up in that this could be long and this and that, but in essence, when I started facing it, I was like, I don't want to make this long. I don't want this for the long haul. I can do it as long as I need to, if this is what I need to do to meet my needs, if this is what God says. God says, if I do this job, this will take care of my housing. Okay, I'll do what you say, God. And then God shows to me, you can't do this like this. It's not that I can't do the job, but I can only do it the way that I know how to do it according to who I am. I can't do it like them. I can't be Jessica on a job site. I'm going to be me. And that's it. As like, I'm a bossy bitch, and I'm gonna make you follow the fucking rules, and this shit's gonna be clean, and it's gonna be orderly, and it's gonna be up, you know what I mean? And if you don't like that, that's what they used to say as a trainer, put her with fucking Lucky. She'll blow her out. Anybody that was weak, that they couldn't get, they're like, damn, this person's really dragging us down. I would blow them out. I'll make them quit. I will make you fucking quit. I will make you quit. And that's where I was like, this isn't cool, dude. I don't need to be in there, blowing people out and making people, just because I'm unhappy. I don't need to be the loudest one in the room. And so, maybe having more of this conversation with my bosses will make them say, well, actually, when you say it like that, you're pretty much always going to have to work with people. And it's not that, because some of their hardest people, like, they're all white girls, too. I haven't met them. We just talk on the phone. There's Jessica. I met Laura. There's Becky. That sounds really cool. I really want to meet Becky. There's some Tanya out there. There's a Dolly. I'm like, who are these people? But, I mean, Delilah. I'm like, yeah, throw a Lisa in there. That sounds great. That's what you guys needed. You needed a Lisa. Have you ever met a Lisa? Lisas are never nice. Seriously? Do you know a Lisa? We're usually pretty bad. Truly? Yeah, there's songs. Why do you always throw Lisa in there? There's always a Lisa. And then a Tina. What's my middle name? Lisa Tina. Lisa Christina. My dad wanted to name me Christina, but he didn't know that my mom had a daughter named Christine. My mom had many secrets. Truly? Yeah, great stuff. Yeah, I swear to you, my dad was so blown away when I said I had sisters and they were black. What? He was probably so hurt by that. My mom, gosh. Here we go with the mommy issues. What did she teach me? How to work hard. As we're here at this thing. Damn it, Mom, what should I do? As my dog came right up to me, that's creepy. Oh, that was way creepy. Oh, fuck. Welcome to my life. We're not reading anything but into my life, into the crystal ball of my life. I don't know. Again, I'm gonna take my dress off and go put my pants on, my big girl pants on, go do some computer work, go whine about that I'm a terrible person and I don't think I can fit into your world. And if they find a place that a terrible person like me can fit in, then I'll keep the job. But wherever it is, I'm gonna have to have gas money to get there. It's definitely not gonna be close to home. I could end up somewhere nice, like, I don't know, Golden. They have positions in Golden. Where else? Chatfield. That could be nice. There's positive thinking. I don't know how far up there this is. It's a weird district that runs towards by the west side. There could be, I think there's like something over by like 6th and Sims or something. I don't know. Those could be areas. Those are closer to Red Rocks and shit. I'm not wrong. That's going from here to there every day. At least for 6 months. And, winter doesn't start till January. I just want to point that out. There's too much to talk about. Let's look at the cards. Let's just go to the tarot and ask them what to do, right? That's what people do. Let's look at the person that's not talking to you. Which is what? Who? Me? I don't know. The connectors aren't working here. What would you do? I wish somebody was here to tell me what to do. Not that I would listen to you. I mean, I would consider I would value your opinion, because your opinion is just a different opinion at this point. Mind your business. You guys have everyone make your own decisions for you, and some of them are just so simplistically programmed. I don't have no program. Get with the program. What is the program? All I know now is I gotta put on some makeup and put on my work clothes and go do literally nothing the computer work is so stupid. That's what they want. They want me to come in and see if Jessica can talk me out of it. Jessica was just so sweet. I'll end up crying. Because I don't want to leave you. Come with me. She's a really cool chick, dude. I'm really grateful for her. Come on, boss. What am I going to do with my life? This is how I treat every part of my life. I don't make decisions. When my kids ask me something like, I heard a crow real loud. When my kids ask me, hold on. That's my only clue right now. I heard a crow. What do I have? I have a book. Oh, conveniently, here's this one I couldn't find last night. Oh, is it in my Morgan? My Morgan. Okay. What's my next Morgan card? I tried to pull these last night, but I couldn't find this, and we ended up in the Cali, and the Cali told me to quit the fucking job, and now here Morgan's going to tell me how to fight through this. What am I supposed to do, Morgan? Which is what? Me. I don't know. That's what I was like, where's the answer? It's somewhere inside of me. It's a part of me that's calling me. Which part? I don't know. The part that I do. Again, I'm Lilith. I don't know what to do. I just don't do. I do whatever I don't want to do, or what everybody says not to do. Why? I don't know. Anyways, where are we at in my Morgan? We're a sword. Intellect. Number 13. Friday the 13th. The sword of Nada. And there's the crow. Look at that crow. I wasn't going to pull this. I was going to pull this other book. I'll pull both of them. I didn't have nothing. I was just going to pull something. Now I need some answers. And then I heard a crow. And I was actually trying to get this book to find the crow, to remember what the crow needed to tell me, and I pulled out that one. And again, I couldn't find that last night. That was a whole another video. I was like, I couldn't find my Morgan guidebook, and my Cali card fell out, so I went with the Cali card. Confirmation. He said, okay, great. And I turned straight to it, bitch. Just turn straight to it, bitch. You're thinking small, bitch. Think big. That's what I shared in my fucking in my shorts. Again, I'm guided, bro. I am so guided. It's just me against the world. Come on, Pac, tell me something. Inner reading. From ancient Roman times to today's popular culture, a raven has been linked to death and secret knowledge. However, they are also prized as mariners seeking land. Vikings and sailors use ravens. Come on, I don't need all this. Oh, it's on page 123. Ooh. As simple as 80. All right, I'm listening, because I didn't know what to do with my life right then. However, are also prized in mariners seeking land. This is like, you're so wise. Not really, I just know where to go for answers. The dichotomy reminds us that death is a natural part of great cycle of life. I know, I was trying to end this shit. And the raven can be seen as a companion on our journey across the darkness and a sign that the safe landing lies ahead. Much like Death card in the tarot, the raven asks us to welcome change and accept the passing of the old. Oh fuck, they want me to quit the job, I think. I don't know what they want. I don't know what God wants. I'm just trying to do whatever he wants. I don't want anything. I just want the battle to stop. And that's why we went to the Morgan. That was my last incarnation. I heard the crow. It makes perfect sense. I am the Morgan in my last life. What's going on right now? These losses will cause a pain, but the raven tells us that loss can also ennoble us, give us access to secret knowledge, and help us change into something better. And that's what it is. Letting go changes it. And that's what I said. I was willing to let this go, but all it did is change it into something better. Did you see how that happened? I tried to kill it, and it turned into something better. I do this all the time. You call it self-sabotage. I'm trying to break these relationships and just keep evolving into, every time I try to get rid of Marshall, we fall more in love or something. Not really, like, I don't know. I don't think it's falling more in love. We come closer. There's all kinds of love. It's just weird. With everyone. It's just weird. Anyways, in its negative aspect, this card can indicate resistance to change and refusal to accept the turning of the wheel. Oh shit. Oh shit. Are we supposed to let this go or not go? To go or not to go? That's what I mean. I don't know. But I'll at least go in. I'll hear him out. And then, again, it all comes down to me. I hate that. I told you this was going to happen, that my bosses would try to work with me. Oh, no. And then it comes back to, well, what do you want? That's what they're going to ask me. That's what everybody wants to know. What do you want? I just want God to be happy. That's not an answer. It's the only answer I have. It's the only thing I do things for. I don't care. Really? I mean, I bitch a lot because, it makes my body feel ways. So I talk about my feelings, about how I feel about things. Everything I do brings a feeling on me. And I have to express my feelings so that you learn how to do it. But, I don't invoke the feelings. I don't be like, oh, this makes me feel so happy. I do something and I feel happy and I tell you I feel happy. I do something and it makes me feel bad and I tell you it made me feel bad. I don't do things purposely to have purposeful feelings. It's just everything I do is purposeful and full of feelings. Sounds stupid, right? You're an earth angel. Dude, I'm a fucking demon trapped in this fucking experience. And it's very angelic, you stink, but it's stupid as fuck. Realistically, I'm not human, bro. I don't have the human capacity that you guys have, that you, like, want. And that's where you just sit out. I have to just sit outside and, like, sit there forever, digging deep into my soul. What I want. I don't care. And that's where you're supposed to be, is I don't care. If my kids don't care, and I don't care, and my social workers don't care, and what are we doing here? What is the battle? It's just for fucking show, bro. It's just God's show. He's trying to just show you through me everything. I'm just his show. I have no control over the show. I just go with the flow. It's scripted in the sense of it's already been written that I would do these things. I feel like I don't know what I'm doing, and that I'm in control. In essence, no. It's totally, whatever I do is already done. I just don't know what I'm about to do yet. But my soul does, because it's already done. I'm gonna dig deep inside of what is the answer. And the answer is whatever's already done. You don't see the future. You see the past. That's what it means to be psychic, right? So, like, yesterday, I told my daughter, it's in my other video, we're both going downstairs. She's gonna walk the dog, I'm gonna take out the trash. No, that was yesterday.
I do it every day.
We do this stuff, right? So I tell her, I'm going to take the stairs. My spirit said to take the stairs. I'm just letting her know I'm not going to be at the elevator waiting for her. I'm going to take the stairs. So I go down the stairs, and I go and I take the trash. By the time I come back to the trash, we're meeting at the front after she's walked the dog. She tells me, no, she hasn't got to walk the dog yet. She's just coming out the door. She said the elevator was down. It's like, really? I didn't know that. But I did. I wasn't living in the future, I was living in the past. Meaning, my spirit already knew the elevator was down. I wasn't living in the future, it was the past. Everything we're doing, you think that, we're creating our future. You're taking the steps no matter what. You're not really in control. It's just how you feel about it. The control is controlling your feelings. Let's go back to this. If you are experiencing loss, upheaval, or a transition that feels overwhelming, clinging to sorrow or bitterness or refusing to let go will not make the pain go away. I'm okay. I just went to I could let it fully go away, and then they put it back on me. I don't know if I'm supposed to take it back off. In order for new life to exist, old things must die. The more graceful we accept this difficult truth, the more we will gain from our experiences to embrace the spirit of the raven and to accept both death and life, dark and light. And that was on page 123. And the next came Robin. Helpful, cheerfulness, assistance, compassion, clarity, and friendship. I love the Robins. Alright, let's talk about the other card here that's in front of you. And we read about it last night in our reading. We talked about rest. Morgan is all about resting and restoring, and we read that in our reading. And that's it. I just want to point out the ravens are all over in all of my teachings. They're everywhere. Everywhere. Alright, number 13. 127. 117. The tribe. 113. No. The crow. No, that's a cow. It doesn't say crow. You guys, the raven. Look, bro, they just keep popping up at me. All my answers, omens, messages, looking for signs. Should we read it? Let's read it. Let's jump to the future. The raven in Irish mythology, and that's all I heard. I heard it's crow. The raven in Irish mythology is strongly connected to warfare and is one of the forms of the Morgan can often take. Interestingly, in the Morgan's encounters with her hero, here he comes to save the day, Cuchulainn, he often does not recognize the goddess in human form, but only knows who he is truly speaking when she turns into a raven. And that's it. I heard it. I heard myself inside. The raven was also connected to the seer ship, reflected in the Irish proverb to have a raven's knowledge. Here the raven sits by the nest, gathering shiny objects that have caught its eye, and those are light codes. We see things, the lights, and we bring back those codes to you, right? It's a language. In its how do you know all this? Because I'm the raven, the battle raven. That's what they call me. And the noise of the banshee, the cry of the banshee that comes out of my mouth, terrifying, so terrifying. The noise that comes out with that. The raven was also connected. It holds a charm with the Ogam and Nod on it, representing vision and seeking omens. Below in its nest, we see other charms, and the Beth for cleansing, and another with Strarif, for transformation. In its nest of galaxy swirls, the raven looks and sees events transpiring both in the world and in the other worlds. You don't know what it's talking about. It's describing the card that is not present. And that's what I say. It says that the universe is in the nest, and it sees, as I just read, in this world and of the other worlds. And that's what I said. I just need to stand outside and stare into the abyss. Yeah, that's me on page 103. Divinatory meaning. Listen, there are omens and signs all around you. What are the gods and spirits trying to tell you? And that's what I said. What are you doing with me, God? What are you trying to teach me right now? It may be time for divination and seeking answers. The raven flies over the battlefield. Okay, I heard this. You're fucking with me. I'm gonna get my Seer's oil out. Why? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know what I'm supposed to do. When you don't know, you go to the gods, don't you? That's what divination is about, bro. When you need answers outside yourself. Oh, they're not here. That one's in the car. Yeah, all my dark oils are in the car. Alright, I'm gonna get that shit out. Get my Seer's oil out, and probably my ancestors. Nope, divination oil. What are we doing? I don't know. We're digging deep in our soul for something. We're definitely gonna find something more than, this job. There's something hidden behind it. This experience, there's something bigger hidden behind this experience. And that's what I try to explain to you. You're doing these past life, breaking karma and changing time experiences in mundane activities of this world. Simple shit, bro. You are overcoming things of this world that don't have, the same look. This is a huge battle that I'm having right now about this job. And I have to, figure out what's hidden behind this battle. It's not really about the job, and I've said that since the beginning. This has to do with me, not the job. Discovering and healing and standing up in my own power. Every experience is about that. Whether I get dressed up and go to a concert, this is about discovering and healing and standing in my power. This isn't about me going and winning something, a prize or something. This is all about a mission in life. I'm supposed to have this experience, and I'm supposed to gain a lot from this experience. And that's what I said. Everything I do is very purposeful. That's why I don't really want to go out so much, because it's so intense. Alright, the raven flies over the battlefield and sees all. You may need to step back and look at the bigger picture in your current situation. There may be information you are missing. This may be a time to observe things from a different perspective. I told you. Alright, we usually don't do her fucking spells. Let me read what she's talking about. The gods and spirits are often trying to communicate with us. We just don't always listen. This spell is to help clarify messages you may be receiving and help you to open up to them. The raven card and a candle. A candle will work anytime. Fire will work anytime, especially for me. Or water. Outside, all of the elements will work, bro. They'll always work. You ground yourself in the elements, and then you can see. You have to be part of, the land again. Well, that's me. It's you, too. But, I'm Lilith, made of the dirt, made of the dust of the universe that created this earth. I need to be laid down to rest. That's what that means. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. We put you back into the ground so you can be reborn again. We do this regularly. I need to go back out and get into the, and ground myself and see this for what it is instead of what is in front of me. It's not what it is in front of you. This is bigger than you. You're just not catching this lesson. There's a big lesson behind this experience. And if I don't learn the lesson, I'm going to repeat this experience of having to fight this battle of losing this job.
You're not down.
I know. I don't want to hear that. Not one more time. Anyway, so that's, a candle, looking at a fireplace, going to a river or a stream, getting in the water, taking a fucking bath, going for a walk outside, turning on some music, all of this, getting out of the situation. Stop giving it so much focus. Get out of your situation so then when you can see it differently. You can't see it when you're too close in it. I'm too much in it. I don't know what I'm supposed to do in here. I'm all entangled in it. Okay, step away from it and look at it different, and then you can look at it differently. That's that Hermit card. I bet you, bitch. I bet you, bitch. I bet you this is going to be a fucking... Alright, here, because you didn't see me shuffle. I bet you that this is going to tell you to retreat. Some kind of fucking withdrawal. What the fuck, bitch? What the fuck, bitch? Ha! What is that? It's called the Wanderer, but mine is the Fool. To be adventurous, to take a leap of faith. You saw it. That's how God speaks. You guys think that... That's what I tried to tell you. Everything is divinely orchestrated. When you lose control, you see that you were never in control and you can actually go with the flow. I was going to go with this card on top. Ace of Swords. New ways of thinking. New ways of thinking. What is this that we're about to get into? The Sword of Nada. Your answers are there. If you're, as Wolfman says, if you have the eyes to see. I don't have the answers inside of me. We look outside, but where are we looking for the answers? I go to divination. I go to God. Why? Because he doesn't lie. The cards never lie. What's underneath? There's our 3 spread, right? Alright, so current energy, because I pulled the first one. That would be our spiritual growth. What's the outcome? Ooh, the 5 of Swords. We'll get back to that. Everyone's like, damn, that's crazy. I know. Don't tell them. Shh. Save it till the end. Let's go to number 13. I didn't have no answers. We're looking for answers. That's the point of this bullshit. I don't know, God. What do you want from me? That's what people look in the Bible for. They're looking for guidance or something. Taking the right action. Truth. Determination. Alright, dude. Tell me what to do. Obviously, we're cool, right? There's me on your back, and you're going to tell me what the fuck to do about this shit? Now, I don't know how to say his name, though. What do you think? Nauda stands poised for battle, his shining sword in hand, shield ready. He is determined in his goal. He knows he can't stand on the sidelines. He must act. That's me. Morgan, half raven, half woman, whispered to him, inciting him to act, strengthening him so he may face his battles and emerge victorious. This is the moment we should all be familiar with. And what did I hear? A crow in my ear. I'm rhyming too. That moment you decide you are going to do something. That moment you know you must act. Perhaps to protect another, to stand up for yourself, to take a chance on a new endeavor, or to better your life in some way. Whatever it is, Nauda stands ready with us, focused on the path ahead. And that, as I stand here, I'm seeing my card from Callie. It's like all parts of me had to stand up and say, no, you're taking advantage of her. She's not happy. This is not good for her. That's what happened inside of me. You know that, right? Now that I'm seeing it back, it's like I was about to sacrifice myself. And they stood up and said, no, you're not. You're not going to go work there. You're not going to slave work for them. You're not going to be put in a position where you got to keep your mouth closed and work with some fucking tweaker bitch. You're not going to work with it. You're too good for this, is what my spirit said and how it acted outside. And I was just trying to get it to calm down. Stop acting like this. Why can't you just fit in? Because my spirit knew that they were trying to fuck me. And it stood up for me. It's making me stand up for me, and that's where we are, having this difficult conversation. I'm too rigid. I said it straight to him. You heard me read it. I make for an unpleasant work atmosphere because of what I deem as incompetent workers. I said it's my fault and I don't like your workers and I can't, work friendly with others. Well, how about we find another place for you? And that's where it is like I unconsciously stood up for myself. In the essence, I was just accepting that, damn, you're such a fucking cunt. Just leave them alone and walk away. Get your paycheck and go. Don't be fucking bothering people. That's how I looked at it. You can see that. That's what I said in the beginning of this. Now that I stand back here, it's like, no, my inner spirit, you know what I mean? My Kali and my fucking Morgan rose up and was like, don't let them do this to you. It's better to quit this job than to fucking let them do this to you. And so that's what I did. All right, fine, I'll quit the job. And they're like, no, we don't have to do that to you. And now I'm like, well, okay, I stood up for myself. Now what do I want? What are your terms and agreement is what it is. We don't want to terminate this relationship. How can we work with you? And that's where I see it is. That's what I just seen. I'm not inflexible. They want to work with me. And if I decide what my terms and agreement are, then they'll work with me. I just didn't really want to work with it because I thought I was, too hard to work with. And that's what I'm going to tell her when I go in. I just thought that I was too hard to work with. I'm a bitch. I told you. I've seen it for myself. Nobody deserves that. But if they can find a place for me, then I'd be happy to do this job. But, I got to be honest about you seen it. I'd like you to be very honest and tell them, and I showed them, I'm not nice. I'm very authoritative, directive, assertive, bossy, and demanding. That's what it takes to be a good manager, but you gotta be kind about it. And I'm not there in this part of my life. For my own business, I gotta be honest. If I'm running my own business, I have a lot more compassion for what I'm doing. I'm not trying to build your kingdom, bro. I won't sacrifice myself for your kingdom. I will sacrifice myself for God's kingdom. God tells me to be nice and to love people and to give them chances and stuff like that. But when he's not telling me and he's not helping me hold back and he you know what I mean? Like, it wasn't, I could have lit that bitch up. And I really wanted to. And the only thing holding me back was me. But the holding me back is like, I can't control me like this for too much. Not one day with that chick. Don't leave me alone with that chick. Don't leave me alone with this chick. I'm not good. They're like, just do the job. No, that's not fair. That's not fair either. And that's just kind of it, is my spirit rose up in my body and was like, I'm not going to stand for this. The spirit wouldn't stand for this. And there could be some room for me. And that's where it is like, I can't fit in with what they were showing me, but maybe there is a place that they can put me, is what they're showing me, and that's interesting. Because it wasn't, I couldn't do the job. I just couldn't do it the way they wanted it. And I thought it had to be that way, and I was like, I can't be that way. I can only do it my way. But trained, I do the job according to the books, but the delivery is always going to be my way. I'm never, I don't know. Amelia says I have the phone voice, but that's also, that's trained. That's mechanics. I've had many phone jobs, tons of them. That's another thing I was thinking about. Just do like an appointment setting job. Just go sit in a fucking box somewhere and call people. Breathe in the phone. Maybe I should be a sex operator. I don't know. There's so many funny possibilities. Do people just still do that? There used to be these 1-900 numbers. I don't think that's a real thing anymore. I'm so old. Marshall, Jesus, we're old, bro. I don't think they have those no more. That's like the chat lines. They don't do that anymore. God, we're old. Anyways, I'm confused. I'm going to have some breakfast and we're going to go to work on this, I guess. It's very interesting. I don't know. I'm completely lost. And here come these Celtic words I can't pronounce. Shit. Alright, anyways. This is not where we were. Where were we? We're talking about this dude. Okay, whatever it is, Nada stands ready and focused, or ready with us, focused on the path ahead. Nadua, or no, I don't know his name. Nado, I don't know, was the king, of the Tuatha De Danann when they arrived to claim Ireland. The Tuatha De Danann battled another group of supernatural beings, the Furbolg, for domination over the land. As the two groups battled, Nada's shield arm was cut off. Despite this, Nada fought on. Dinan something, the physician god, replaced his arm with a magical silver one. Oh, I'm seeing them. The Winter Soldier. Giving him an epithet of something or silver hand. Because of his blemish, Nada was forced to give up his kingship. Later, when the next king proved to be unworthy, Nada became king once more. When Dana something's son was unable to restore his flesh and blood arm. Divination meaning. Nada's sword, and it says Cleaves Solis, or the Sword of Light, is one of the 4 treasures of the Tuatha De Danann brought to Ireland. Nada's sword is connected to truth. When the card appears, it represents the truth being exposed and casting away our illusions. The sword, once drawn from its sheath, was unconquerable in battle. It's uranium. I love the Marvel movies, bro. It's marvelous. I cried when Stan Lee died. Know the truth is in your sight. I'm like the only superhero out here at this point. Move forward, but there's a bunch of people wearing masks and capes, but I saw Marshall. He's my kick. I'm the one dressed in black. He's that colorful guy over there. Oh, he's mad. Oh, I love poking at that beast. Move forward, but be mindful of your actions and truthful and honorable. If you do so, you will be unconquerable. Spell for seeing the truth. Seeing the truth doesn't necessarily mean you feel someone is lying to you. You may just wish to see a situation clearly and know what the right path or action is to take. Exactly. Should you take a new job or move to a new area, and so on. In other cases, you may feel others haven't been forthcoming, or you just don't have all the information you need to make the right choice. That came up last night. Use this spell when needed for some kind of clarity. You need a yellow or bright colored candle and an offering. What do you offer him? The truth. What kind of offering do you want, dude? What do I need to offer you? I feel like I'm you should owe me one because I helped you out. Help me out, I help you out. This is what we do, right? I don't know. Damn it, Beavis. I'm ready to eat and move on with my life. I gotta go do some computer training and figure out what I'm gonna do with my life. I don't know what I'm doing, and I just showed you, and that's all I had to show you. Damn, she has no control over her life. Not really. I mean, yeah, it's mine, sort of. I'm stuck here. I have to be part of this. I've been trying to do a lot of trance working to get the fuck out of this bullshit. Oh yeah, our 3 cards here. I'm gonna read it to you real fast. I'm just gonna read you the positives because we're not in the negatives. I mean, you might be negative about it all, but I sound pretty positive, right? The Fool is the beginning of the journey. You may be feeling as though everything familiar has lost its color and meaning, leaving you restless, discontent, or ill, or you have an overwhelming conviction that you need to seek out exciting new horizons in order for you to become more fulfilled and truly alive. This is a call from the universe. Ready or not, powerful forces are at work in your life, with a period of chaos painfully breaking down the old order so that a new one can emerge. It's Fortuna. I told you, I read her whole chapter. That shit'll make you cry. But I told you, she's fucking with us. And I have nothing to do with her. I am victim to fate, just like you, bro. I'm serious. I was never Fortuna. I have to ride this fucked up wheel with her, too. The Wheel of Fortune. It's never fortunate. Fortunate soul if you make it out of here alive, because it's just painful. It's how long can you lose before you just die? How long is it going to take? How much of you do you have to lose before you can be born again? It's painful. Anyways, the Fool is totally free spirit, open and spontaneous, which is something you have lost. He asks you to take a leap of faith without worrying about what other people will think. I know, I quit my job. All the great innovators and visionaries, I tried, of the world, and that's it. The world's trying to stop me from quitting. Of the world have been called fools for the less daring. Courage, risk-taking, and creative expression are needed to renew your life. And that's it. It took courage. I took a risk. And now I have to creatively tell them that, I don't know, there might be somewhere they could shove me. There might be some hole in the wall where nobody works, and I can be that, mean lady. That cat lady. I don't know. And if not, that's okay too. I'll leave them a great review. It's not them, it's me. Ace of Swords. I mean, there's this one girl I don't like. And that's, look, I just want to point you out. This is the first card. You start with the main arcana, and you start with, we're on track, bro. We're killing it. Which, yesterday, if you watched me, I pulled the end. I pulled the last card in the deck, which was the Universe. You serious? Yeah, it's the last card in the deck, bro. All these Universe. I pulled the World card, and then we start this whole fucking journey over as a Fool again. How long do you do this? I mean, as the wheel turns. We're in a new season. What's the reason? Fortuna. Fate and justice. All aces signify powerful bursts of raw energy and new beginnings. The Ace of Swords, my hand's itching, heralds a period of piercing insight which may also be monumentous in the changes of your worldview entirely. This fresh mental clarity means that you are able to cut away confusion and old mental attributes and make far-reaching decisions. This is an ideal time to put your ideas into action and seize the opportunity. However, this may lead to conflict as you sever old relationships and connections, wounding those involved. My hand's itching really. Really? Yeah, that's the freaking... That's the sound of the rain. Sorry, it's music. Alright, that's the Ace of Swords. What does it lead to? The Five of Swords. Which is what? Defeat, bro. Defeaty. The key word of the Five of Swords is defeat. It heralds disappointment or loss. We're right back where we started. Just lose the job. That's what I heard. I don't want to go through this whole roller coaster all over again. Where they're going to try to, convince me. Do I need convincing? Okay, I'll do it for you, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm going to just eat some breakfast and then we'll figure out what I'm doing. God will tell me what to do. I am going to go into work and at least turn in these shirts. Why? Because I don't need I'm not going to keep the job. It just seems stupid. I will feel stupid throwing away all these brand new shirts they just gave me. Why? They're brand new. What the fuck am I going to wear them for? They have the company logo on. That's weird. Alright, anyways. Herald's disappointment or loss. This card could be about consequences. You may have been arrogantly and selfishly pursuing your own desires, and if you think you've won, the victory will be a hollow one. Is winning worth it at any cost? What do we want out of this job? Why do you want me to... Oh, you just want me to take off and give you space?
Yes.
Okay, cool. I could do that. Oh, you just want me to take off for the day? Well, if I didn't have a job, I'd still go do something with my life all day. You're about to go to summer camp anyways. Anyways, let's see. Pick your battles carefully and consider the effects on others. Alternatively, this card can be about consequences of violence and the idea that might is right. It could suggest that someone has bullied or injured you. I don't think so. This could be a boss, partner, parent, or even stranger. I feel like I'm a bully. If this is the case, you need to find your inner strength and stop giving away your power to this person. Well, that's what my spirit said, is I was about to get bullied into, a punk-ass position. Even if you never see them again, dwelling on the incident and permitting it to shape you casts you in the role of victim and allows them to win. Alright, I know. She was a cunt-ass bitch, bro. But, I mean, she's been doing their job for hella long. They let her be a cunt-ass bitch at this job for hella long, bro. They sent me in as as friction anyways. It's a whole frictional situation. If this card appears in the future position, it comes as a warning to take precaution. Well, I don't know. What do you think? What would you do? Cards are saying to let it go. That's what they said yesterday, too. I thought I did until they told me to come back in and I couldn't say no. Maybe I'm just supposed to say no. Again, I'm gonna have some breakfast and go outside for a while. I have until fucking 5 o'clock to go in. It's only 11 o'clock, of course it is. Oh no. Oh no. Do you see how life is? Do you have a life? Man, life is a bitch. My life be like, yep, Saturday, they're pushing my limits. I'll let you know what I do with my life. Obviously I will. What God does with it, what he tells me to do with it. If he tells me, and if I have to make up my own decision, we'll tell you what that looks like too. I don't know, I'm hungry now. Yeah, welcome to the jungle. They got fun and games. They got everything you want. I mean, seriously, it's all about the next challenge, dude. They want to push you to your limits, and then they want to, break those limits and then push them again. You're exploding. You're evolving. And I have to, I have to learn this lesson. Otherwise, I'm going to explode through this same stupid experience later. Hey, I love yous. Laters. Bye-bye.